Hello and welcome to the Southern View. Warm Deepavali wishes to all those celebrating the festival today as well. Lots lined up on the show this evening, including a quick check on how southern cities contained air pollution due to crackers during Diwali, and also a special urban focus this evening on who is responsible for the dangerous cables hanging from trees to poles to buildings in all our cities. But first, to the big political analysis that we're doing this evening. The impact of the appointment of BS Yediyurappa's son, BY Vijayendra, as the president of the Karnataka BJP unit. Will it change the dynamics for the party which was decimated in the 2023 assembly polls in 2024? Also, what's the political messaging? Remember, this decision announced on Friday was after months of procrastination and confusion in the party. The choice of Vijayendra, who is a first-time MLA, is largely a reiteration of the BS Yediyurappa power over the BJP in Karnataka. Remember, Yediyurappa had to step down mid-term in 2021 as the party wanted to usher in a younger leadership, but it's been a rocky road for the party since then. There are sections in the BJP with whom this decision may not go down well, but it seems clear that the central leadership is not in a mood to take any chances ahead of the 2024 polls. Let's quickly play out for you what Yediyurappa and his son Vijayendra said on Saturday to my colleague Pratibha Raman before we deep dive into a discussion with our expert panel this evening.
We have with us Mr. Vijayendra Yediyurappa. So thank you so much for joining us. What is really there on your agenda now?
Our agenda is to win maximum number of MPs in the next Lok Sabha elections. We want to strengthen Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji by winning highest number of MPs from Karnataka. That's our main goal, and definitely I will work hard tour across the state to ensure we win maximum MPs.
So is it the party's dependence on your father, or is it your own legitimate rights that has won you the post?
I'm glad, I'm happy that party has given opportunity for youngsters, and that the dream of Narendra Modi ji also to give more and more opportunity for youngsters, not only in Karnataka, across the country. I'm happy that party has given me this opportunity. I'll try my best and I'll work hard.
On the one hand, an alliance with the JDS. On the other, the appointment of Vijayendra at the helm, and the party is yet to make a choice, which we believe will happen shortly, on the leader of opposition in the state legislative assembly. Remember, Karnataka is essential for the Bharatiya Janata Party in 2024, as it is the only southern state where the party swept and won 25 of the 28 seats in 2019. In fact, 26 if Mandya, where it backed the independent Sumalata, was counted in as well. Joining me this evening, Sandeep Shastri, Manisha Priyam and Chandan Gowda, three people who know Karnataka like the back of their hands. My first question to you, Sandeep Shastri, a reiteration of the Yediyurappa hold over the BJP and the party not wanting to take any chances ahead of 2024. Did it have another option, or was this the only way out for it?
If you look at the choice, Veera, there are 3 or 4 quick points I would make. I think it indicates the inevitability of bringing Yediyurappa back through anointing his son. Secondly, I think keeping in mind next year's Lok Sabha elections, they wanted somebody to head the party in the state who had nothing to do with the previous BJP government you had in the state. They wanted to move forward and not have a BJP president who would have to defend the previous government.
Yes.
And thirdly, I think the Lingayat vote was critical on the minds of the BJP leadership when choosing the state president. So I think a combination of these 3 factors are responsible. Bringing Yediyurappa back as a critical player, not having anything to do with the previous BJP government you had in the state, and thirdly, ensuring that the Lingayat vote, a segment of which had moved to the Congress in the assembly elections, were to come back to the BJP in the Lok Sabha elections. I think these are the 3 clear indicators for me in the choice of Vijayendra as the party president.
Yeah, not taking any chances as far as that Lingayat vote was concerned, as you point out, Sandeep Shastri. Manisha Priyam, it seems to be 2 steps forward, 1 step back every time the BJP wants to try and move forward as far as Karnataka is concerned from the Yediyurappa legacy. How do you see this playing out this time? There are going to be sections in the party which may not, with whom this may not go down very well.
So, first and foremost, see, Mr. Vijayendra is a young leader and he is a young Lingayat leader. So, the long-term vision of the party is very clearly now rooted in a young Lingayat leader who's going to lead this. Remember, the Congress is extremely strong right now, perched in almost all geographical regions of the state, has done very well with notching up the Gauda politics and some share of the Lingayat votes as well. So the BJP clearly going back to a vote bank that is its own. Remember, Yediyurappa also comes with some legacy of having worked with the more marginalized sections of the population, the labor class, so to say, at a time when the Congress's vote has moved with asymmetry in society. The lower classes, so to say, the laboring and agrarian poor have gone to the Congress party. Clearly coming this way will be a symbolic shift switch also from the BJP. But most important, I would say that, at the helm of affairs, Mr. BL Santosh and CT Ravi, who had been leading the state politics charge there, I think internally some soul searching and rethinking has definitely gone on. And at this point of time, the Prime Minister has invested in Mr. Vijayendra, looking at the Lok Sabha elections. A young Lingayat leader plus the alliance with JDS is what the Prime Minister's firmly put his faith in, looking towards the 2024 Lok Sabha elections. Whatever else is going on is internal to the party, is behind the scenes, but certainly some rethinking, rejigging, also question answers also being done at the party headquarters. Most importantly, the Prime Minister himself doing a lot of the questioning and putting around the appropriate people, giving out the appropriate messages, and I would see Karnataka would lead with the change coming to Vijayendra.
Right, important point that you make there, that it seems to be coming down straight from the top as far as this decision is concerned. Chandan Gowda, 2 questions to you. One is vis-a-vis the equations with the JDS with whom the BJP has formed an alliance. How does this decision play out? Reiteration of the Lingayat identity of the party at the top as far as president of BJP is concerned, along with an alliance with that other caste bloc. And also, his father, Yediyurappa, had kept all the factions together. Remember, BJP has never come to power in Karnataka or come close to power without Yediyurappa at the helm. The son has a tough task to follow there.
Yes. So, Veera, to begin with the second question, it's important that Yediyurappa is placated and kept in his good books, because there were very strong indications that some Lingayat MLAs were leaving BJP for the Congress. Now the chance of that happening has come down. So that's a master stroke. And like you said, Yediyurappa can manage to hold the factions together. Secondly, please remember, when you're saying it is the BJP is betting on the Lingayat caste all over again, in a way that actually made a first-time MLA, the president, a younger person, relatively speaking, plus to have Yediyurappa on its side, it also tells you that the Modi card may not be completely reliable in the Lok Sabha elections. It also tells you that the Hindutva card may not also be fully reliable. It's back to the caste card, and that is something we absolutely can read very clearly from these decisions. Please remember, Bommai is sidelined. His name is not even doing the rounds for the leader of the opposition post. A lot of other senior leaders have been also sidelined. All that it matters right now is the good old Yediyurappa, the big Lingayat leader. He has to be kept in the good graces of the party. Now, the first question you asked, how will it help the JDS? It will help the JDS, because if the JDS has moved with the NDA, it has actually risked losing its traditional Muslim voters, which it's openly said is no longer voting for the party because they've gone to the Congress. Now, how do they make up for those lost votes? By getting the Lingayat votes in all those areas where the JDS is dominant. Now, with Yediyurappa's leadership, will that shift also happen is something we'll need to see. But the JDS seems to be confident that it will happen. Vijayendra has already met Deve Gowda. Interesting equations on the demographics of the election realities in the state, Veera.
Okay. Okay, Professor Sandeep Shastri, quickly from you, what do you think is going to be the key challenge for Vijayendra as he takes charge?
The key challenge for Vijayendra would be to keep the party together. There is too much of factionalism within the BJP. He's being able to get in various factions, those who came from the Congress, those who came from JDS, the original BJP members, the older members, the younger members, the new MLAs, the second-term MLAs. Keeping them all together would be a big challenge that that he would face. And the second challenge he would face is how does he deal as the head of a party which is in the opposition? How does he take on the Congress? How strongly and assertively does he challenge the Congress which is in power in the state? I think these would be the two big challenges he would face. Keeping the party together, getting the support of the senior leaders of the party, and challenging the ruling Congress effectively.
Quickly, Manisha Priyam, he's taking on a Congress which has never been stronger perhaps in the recent past as far as Karnataka is concerned. It's not going to be an easy task to take the fight back to the Congress after that enormous assembly election win.
Remember, even as he's anointed as a state party chief, he's only the leader of one particular faction and one particular group. He has to share power with the JDS, so to say. He's got too many leaders there, elders that he's got to listen to. So this will be his rising, but he'll never be able to control the whole. And I think, drawing from Kumaraswamy here would be very, very difficult. It would be his challenge. So he would be someone who will work very hard to make a mark for himself, to become the Lingayat leader that his father was. But for him to expand to become the real leader of a party that is pan-Karnataka, that's the uphill task. It's not just the challenge of the Congress party, etc. He'll work on the ground, he'll work very hard, he'll make a name for himself, but expansion will be the real limit on being the leader that he is.
I literally have just 30 seconds left. Chandan Gowda, quickly, any predictions for who's going to be a leader of opposition? Quickly.
The name doing the rounds, two Okkaliga leaders, Ashok and Ashwath Narayana, and one OBC MLA from Karkala, Sunil Kumar. I think they're going to pick a Okkaliga leader because by doing that, they'll have two big communities in the state on their side symbolically. But you never know. I mean, my guess is one of the two leaders.
You never know. You never know, but interesting it would be to see how those caste combinations and the old rules of Karnataka politics come back forth and play out in the 2024 Lok Sabha polls. Thank you very much, Sandeep Shastri, Manisha Priyam and Chandan Gowda for those thoughts.